The sun beats down, hot ground is rough. Farmer's Tan podcast got me feeling tough. Sweating through the days, ain't no broken plan. Talking with the folks from this thirsty land.
Good evening, Farmer Tan Nation. It is good to be back. We apologize that it's been so long. Man, we have had kids' activities and then harvest and then more kids' activities, and it has been busy, but we are back. I'd like to say we're better than ever, but we are back. And we're going to give you a decent podcast, hopefully here this evening.
Or someday.
Yeah, someday. So Jared, what do you want to talk about?
Boy, you kind of sprung it on me there.
I did.
That's what you get for making smart aleck.
That's what happens. So
class clown gets called out.
Yeah, gets called out. We are in the feed store studio again tonight. Jared is on the south end of the table. Just Jared and I in here tonight. And I guess you're far enough at the end of the table. I should ask how y'all are doing down there.
Yeah, it's not any warmer at this end. Well, I guess this week's been a lot better, but
yeah,
kind of got a cold snap there over Thanksgiving. It was enough to freeze the top few inches anyway. So
yeah, it got a little cold there. Pretty nice right now for a while, but maybe kind of going back.
Yeah,
way.
We got a little window here, so
getting cold.
Taking advantage of that
over the weekend. Jared referenced the fact that Thanksgiving has come and gone. We were hoping to do a Thanksgiving unspectacular again this year, but we didn't.
That was pretty good.
We tried once, and I was busy maybe, or Jared was busy, and then I was busy, and so we just
kept canceling each other's plans.
We decided that wasn't going to work, but
I did get a text from Garth about a picture of strawberry pretzel salad.
I did too, and I just simply replied yuck back to that. So,
but I did get tricked. There was a salad. It looked like apple Snicker salad.
Oh.
I knew it wasn't quite that, but it looked pretty close.
Yeah.
And I'm like, even close is good enough. Well, there was pretzel sticks in there, but yeah, I could get through it. There's enough marshmallow and sweet to kind of help out, but boy, that was an unpleasant surprise.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that.
Yeah, it's sneaking pretzels and stuff.
There was really no tomfoolery at our Thanksgiving. I think
good.
Everything was pretty straightforward, other than Aunt Shannon we got a family group chat, and she had just messaged the group chat asking if we liked corn with macaroni in it or just plain corn.
Both.
And so Paul shot back real quick, macaroni, but I guess about half of the family got the group text all out of order. And so it was basically just Paul shouting out macaroni. And then there was some commenting about whether his sanity was still in check. And then Shannon's message came through. And so I guess that was a hoot. But Thanksgiving morning was not super pleasant starting out for us. So that was it
as bad as the hot wire Thanksgiving?
That was mostly prideful. This was actually, this was worse because this ended up costing us money.
Bummer.
But so in the corral, we have got on the side hill, corral south of the house is what we call it. The side hill up there, we've got several pens or backgrounding calves up there. There is a big tire tank up in what we call the top lot, and then it gravity feeds another tank in the bottom lot.
Makes sense.
And as it would. If you stick around, we'll explain math next. That's MAFF for everybody keeping track at home, math. And so gravity goes downhill, and much like this podcast.
I could feel the gravity.
And and anyway, and so we're backgrounding two different groups of calves up there, so we have them in, corresponding pens. For whatever reason, the night before, I was in a hurry. I have not had a stitch of trouble with that bottom tank in quite a while. And it was really late, almost 9 o'clock when I was feeding that night. I was kind of in a hurry. I should have known better, and I didn't. And I didn't check the water in that bottom tank. Well, along the way, it plugged up the underground, which happens once in a great while, but usually in the summertime when there's moss and algae.
Yeah.
Usually not this time of year, but it did plug it up. The calves in the bottom lot had drank the tank pretty much dry, which wasn't a big problem, except it got super cold that night and froze.
Oh, no.
And this style of tank. We've got a float in the bottom of the tank, and it comes up through the middle. And so it froze that fitting, we think. When Aaron got up there Thanksgiving morning to check it, actually the calves had pushed the tank a little bit. So we're not entirely sure if it froze it and cracked it, or if the calves pushed it and that cracked it.
Broke it.
But anyway, she got it blown out and going. She started to mess with it a little bit and realized that the water coming out was actually coming out below the float.
Oh, bummer.
And so she just went, you know what? It's going to be fine for today. I'm not going to mess with it. And so that is how it started. I went to feed and had a flat tractor tire, front tire on a front wheel assist tractor. I was able to get enough air in it to do chores, but that was, extra fun. In the process, completely disintegrated a tire on the processor.
Oh.
And, just made executive decision to feed on the rim. So mostly because when I got off to open the gate, the tire was flat. And I had 2 bales in the processor, and I was just ready to pull through the gate. And I went, you know what? I'm going in the pen and I'm feeding. So
yeah,
I'm the boss. I can do what I want.
I reckon.
So that's what I did. Anyway, that was it for excitement. Thanksgiving morning, got fed. Water was running. So, they had water. It was fine. And so what we ended up doing, and got through Thanksgiving, had Thanksgiving with the family, and it was all good. And so then the next day, we just decided we're going to put a tire tank in that bottom lot. We actually have it on a fence line. We call one pen the water pen, so it can actually water 2 different pens, but you can also lock stuff in like a sick pen, and they can drink there. We ended up putting a little bit big. It's not a huge tire tank. It was like an 8-footer, I think. But we ended up putting that in, which was bigger than the steel tank that was there. If you bought any tanks lately, you know that steel tanks just are about not worth buying anymore.
Oh, no. Yeah, it is disappointing.
So we decided to put that in. So we did some dirt work, got it leveled back off. Aaron went and grabbed a tank, and we had to move some fence and some gates a little bit, but we got it all to work. I went to take that fitting off, put the pipe wrench on, went to give it a little twist, and pipe wrench is maybe a little loose, was going to tighten it up, and it just like one-handed, half-heartedly just twisted the rest of that fitting off. So I was sitting there looking at it, and it was rusted like 3/4 of the way around.
Yeah.
It had been fixing to go for a while. So it was all good. We were able to get to a bell below that and get it unscrewed, and we had all the parts and pieces to put it back together. So got a new tank set. Super happy with that tank. Glad it happened. Really kind of something we've been wanting to do. It just, we weren't looking to do it.
Timing wasn't great.
Yeah. So anyway, called local tire shop and said, hey, need tires on this tractor, front tires. And the guy at the tire shop, he's like, is that the same one we just put new back tires on here like a month ago? And I'm like, yeah, that's the one. And he's like, huh. He's like, I wonder how comes we didn't do the fronts at the same time. I'm like, all right. That's enough out of you, smart tire guy.
Seems like an insult sitting in there somewhere.
Yeah, he's not wrong.
That's the worst part.
Yeah, I know. That was the worst part. So anyway, that was our last stretch of cold weather, but we survived through that pretty well.
Yeah, no, Thanksgiving was good for us. I had a really good Thanksgiving day, so no issues like that, and went with the Sheffield side, and no, that was really good. I had a good time that day, so we had a good Thanksgiving.
Yeah, good deal. And honestly, we were actually hosting Thanksgiving, Aaron's family, at our house. So actually that was probably better because I didn't have to travel anywhere, so it allowed me to kind of get a few things.
And if things went sideways, you had an excuse to leave.
Yep, we did. And and everything was super fine. So away we go. Yeah, I guess, man, other than that, I don't even know how far back we got to go to get caught up. But
I was going to say,
I know we haven't talked any harvest really.
Yeah, no. Yeah, harvest ended up, we finished a little later. We had, it was at least a week. I think it was right about a week to 10 days. We had fog on top of fog on top of fog with a 1/2 inch of rain on the end of it. So corn jumped 2 points.
You got some rain?
Yeah, we got rain that last day when that ended.
I was trying to think I don't know that maybe we got like I don't know, 10 or 20 hundredths out of it.
Yeah, we might have got
or 1 or 2 tenths if you're in Eastern Corn Belt. But
so we got a little more. So that kind of put us out of commission for 10 days. And we were making good progress first half of harvest, really getting along well. And then after that, it was just kind of dancing around, finding the dry enough grain. Then we were getting along pretty good breakdown wise. Towards the end, breakdowns kind of started happening. We kind of limped to the finish line, so to speak. But
yeah.
Overall yields were good. Probably not great, but highly variable. We had some phenomenal yields and we had some pretty bad yields and a lot in between. It was really hard to explain. Close to each other too. This wasn't one area to another area was different. It was one field go a mile over, completely different story. So it was odd.
Yeah, which I know, we were talking probably actually the last time we did the podcast, maybe 2 ago, but we had that kind of cloudy, cooler stretch towards the end of the growing season. I know we were talking about, we'll kind of wait and see what that does to us. The fields that didn't do as well, you could probably chalk up to that, although it is a little interesting that the field next door was maybe did well. So,
and it just, the way the spring was, I know kind of when the rain started coming, we kind of forget what the spring was like, but I have a hard time believing the spring didn't do something to that crop. How much to blame, I don't know. It's no way to find out, but and then we got, ended on Milo, and that did pretty well. And the field, I remember commenting on podcasts that had the worst stand ended up being the best Milo by not even a close margin.
Oh, really?
It compensated super well for that poor stand. And we'll be doing a lot more of that number next year.
And maybe that stand was just right. And everything else was too
I
heavy.
don't think anyone recommends a blank spot followed by 5 plants right next to each other. But there are some plants that put 5 tillers on with, you couldn't tell the difference between the main stalk and the tiller when the heads came out. It was around that 130 to 150 on dry land. It was great.
I do love some Milo.
I tell you, I'm 2 years into Milo. I have nothing against it. I like it.
You heard it here first. I
know. Everybody likes to bash it, but I haven't met one that's grown it and bashed it. So I think it's.
Oh yeah.
I think once you kind of got out of those open cab / hardly a cab combines, it's really not been an issue. I haven't had the frustration. I really like the crop. It did really well.
We used to grow oats some to cut for grain. And I will say oats, and still, like if I'm loading the mixer here, or like when I was at Co-op, if I was filling seed tenders or shuffling oats around, oats is the grain that is the most itchy to me.
Mm-hmm.
And I never actually thought Milo was that bad.
I know. So. I know people say Milo's itchy, but I mean, are we a bunch of sissies out here? Or are we tough farmers? I mean.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah. No, that's what I meant. And
so you're really going to let a little itchiness deter you from a more profitable crop? I mean, come on now.
Yeah. Potentially.
What are we doing?
Yeah. Well, I don't know what we're doing.
Well, I don't know.
You were talking about this spring being kind of tough. I got kind of a tough spring in the seat of the pickup right now. I don't think it is contained where it used to be. And you got to be a little careful. Sit down gingerly. That spring got in the wrong spot. But and you do kind of forget a little bit like what spring was like, and whether or not, if you went back and looked, was that one that got a delay during planting or got a heavy rain directly after.
Yeah,
whatever.
Maybe just not a hybrid that handles cooler emergence as well as some others. And because I remember wearing long sleeves into June this past spring.
No, that doesn't surprise me.
No, I'm pretty warm-blooded. I'm pretty quick to get the short sleeves out. So, that wasn't a me thing. That was a weather thing.
It's not me. It's you.
You got one more layer on than I do right now. So I don't know where this shade's coming from.
I do. I'm in the mood to be shady today. That's what you'll get today. We finally got all the cane on the harvest side for us, I guess. Finally got all the cane wrapped up. That was a project just in time, right?
Yeah. That drug out for you.
It did.
Because it was down through that fog, wasn't it?
Yeah. It was.
Yeah.
And we had sort of, like Jared was saying, it was one of those, it was foggy till noon or 1 o'clock every day.
And then cloudy.
And then
clear off. It was fog to cloud, back to fog.
Yeah.
The sun was setting.
Yeah. And so that was kind of tough. The last half that we did, we had sort of decided we were we always sort of wanted to try windrow grazing anyway. And we had kind of decided, you know what, I think we're going to just do that. And then I had a couple people calling and asking if we had some cane for sale. And I decided the market probably dictated that we go out and roll that up. So it was good because it kept us from jumping the gun. We had sort of decided we weren't going to bale it anyway. And so we'd just quit worrying about it, let it sit. And then when people started asking, we decided to do it. It was basically ready to go.
Oh, good.
And so we went out, just rolled it, let it sit, tipped over a day or two, and then baled it up. And
then all those people said no thanks.
No, actually,
I'm just kidding.
Actually, it's all spoken for.
Oh, okay, good deal.
We'll put it that way. But I fed a couple of them just to see what they come out like, and it's actually really good. So so we're happy about that.
Yeah, you always worry about cane that late in the fall, how it's gonna dry out the way you want.
Yeah, or just get that black nasty layer, but it really didn't do that. And so yeah, we were happy with that. So let's see what else has happened. I can't remember if we talked about weaning and all that stuff. We probably did on the last one, but
boy, I don't think so.
I don't even remember.
Well, I was just gonna say going into the cattle side, I don't know if that's where you're going next, but I've just decided to take over as host for a little bit. But
yeah, go ahead and run with that.
Before Thanksgiving, got a pen of calves, so I actually had Jake and Aaron come down and we processed all of those. And I kept some of the steers, finished out a pen with my brothers and neighbors, red steers. So we got those moved to a stock field, and then we processed some of the custom ones we did. And I thought that went pretty well all in all. So,
and being you're the host, I'm going to jump in here and interrupt with some
fun, isn't it?
It is. I'm going to let you host from now on, and I'll just sit back here and say fun stuff. Why is it that, so we moved that pen and kind of through a bit of a pasture and then down the road a ways and then into Stockfield. And they got to presumably where there had been a gate before. Yeah. But the gate was open. But I don't know that they'd been out in the pasture.
Yeah, that was kind of the crazy thing is I expected the biggest problem to be out of the pen they'd been feeding in.
Right.
Because I string a hot wire to get the juice around the whole thing.
Yep.
No, they came right out of that, followed the feed wagon, out the next set of gates, into the pasture, and they were just marching like little soldiers the whole way through the pasture, and man, that was just going great. And then we got to the gate to go out to the highway, and they've never seen before, and you would have thought the Great Wall of China was there. Yeah.
And it wasn't like they were milling around in the pasture. They just got to where, it was open gate. We had fence on two sides. I mean, it should have funneled them out.
Right in the corner. It wasn't like in an odd spot, middle stretch of a fence.
Nope.
They just put the spin cycle on and
and I think all the time that if they would have got the fence down in the pen they were supposed to have been in and got out in the pasture and that gate was open, they'd been
right out.
They'd been on the highway 3 minutes later, and I bet it took 10 minutes to get them all out of that pasture.
Yeah, I mean the help wasn't doing a good job of getting them out.
No, they weren't. They weren't.
It looked cold out there. It seemed like a cold day from the tractor cab, but I wasn't really sure.
It was blustery.
I mean, that cab got a little drafty. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
So I almost had to turn the heater on.
Right.
But yeah, once we got them on the highway, you'd get them to cross to the side we wanted, and then they just want to go right back to the other side where Jake was. So I don't know if they found a friend in him, but they just kept going over to his side. He'd push them back, and then they just be there for a bit, and then they just want to go across the highway again. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Luckily, you never know with calves.
No, you don't. And luckily, we didn't have much for traffic.
No, and I think anybody that came up was from the area, or at least knew cattle. Wasn't kind of, sometimes you get in an area that people don't know cattle that well and do some real questionable maneuvers.
Yep. I was glad we weren't taking them like 3 miles.
We
went like what?
Quarter mile along the highway. Yep.
We probably went like 3/8 to a half a mile worth of travel. But
I think once they got to the highway, they didn't really care about feed anymore. I was just kind of more of a ceremonial leader at that point.
You're like, why is this guy driving down the road with a tractor wagon?
Yeah, they didn't care to follow anymore. So
no,
that ended up well, and processing went fine. And
it did. The chute, so silencer, hydraulic chute.
Yeah.
Chute decided to run out of gas with all the gates shut, so that was
good. Perfect timing on that.
Yeah,
so.
We were afraid maybe it would die with the back gate and the front gate both open.
Let all the calves out.
Alley full of calves, but that did not happen. So
they're out in stocks, and it took them a few days to kind of figure out. They didn't know they had, obviously run on stocks before. I don't think they realized they were standing in a field full of feed. They just was like, well, all we got's a little bit of grass on the edge, and they just kind of walked fence lines for better part of a week. And then now they got it figured out that you can eat all that stuff out there. So try to get them cake broke, and
now you can leave the gate open.
Yeah, which I did one day unknowingly. Luckily, they were they were where that gate's supposed to be closed, and they didn't bother it. But boy, blonde moment there that didn't end up biting me. So now kind of right now we need to redo some corrals. It's been needing done for a while. So in the process of tearing those down, if I can get them out before the ground freezes, I think we can go ahead and put it in the frozen ground, digging skid steer and stuff. So that's kind of a project. Rebuilding the flatbed trailer. Got this summer for the semi to haul hay and that kind of stuff. I knew it needed new brakes. New brakes turned into brakes and drums, which turned into new brakes, drums, S-cam bushings, and brake chambers. So it's kind of one of those. The further you dug in, you're just like, well, I don't want to come back. And this is clearly needing done. I don't think I'd seen a grease gun in a decade, so that was a problem.
Right.
S-cams are seized pretty hard.
And, well, that keeps you from wearing out the brakes when they don't.
I guess, it's either don't use any brakes or replace everything so you have brakes. So I got that torn apart in the yard and got all the parts starting to reassemble all that, and then other than that, it's kind of been getting things cleaned up from harvest. And
have you ever noticed, like working on truck stuff, it doesn't matter what you're doing. Like, I think you could just replace a wire on a clearance light, and you get done doing that, and you look down and your sweatshirt's covered in grease. And your pants are torn, and like, what happened? What happened? But I would like to meet the person who can stay neat and tidy working on any kind of truck equipment.
Oh, I know it.
I just don't think it's possible.
Or even just greasing your truck.
It's just ridiculous.
Between the oil leaks and fuel leaks and stuff, you just come out of there just caked and to dirt.
And I'm sure there's somebody somewhere who has a truck that doesn't leak anything, but we're not those people.
No.
So,
I even thought like, working on that trailer, I don't want to put on my nicer hoodies. I better put the old worn out ones. So I don't tear the good free ones up before I tear up the bad free ones.
I know it. Yeah, you don't want to tear up a good Farmer Tan podcast sweatshirt.
That's right. If they existed.
Maybe we'll do that. Give us a...
They have to be like Bill Belichick style so you can keep your Farmer Tan while
we're... There's nothing I love more than cutting the sleeves out of a sweatshirt. I mean, wait. That's like a vest at that point.
Pretty much. Like a poncho.
I
think a poncho would be cooler.
Vest with a hood, which everybody loves. Because, my ears are kind of cold, but these arms. Well, Jared,
these forearms are pretty cold. Pretty hot.
I'd put a coat on, but I don't have a concealed carry permit, so I gotta let the arms hang out. You know what I'm saying? On a serious note, though, I have thought about doing some Farmer Tan merch, but I don't know if anybody is interested. So I guess
probably say there was right until the point is available.
Right. There's a lot of that happens sometimes. But I guess if you are interested, hit us up. Maybe we'd put together an order if that's something that somebody wants. But all right, so you're cleaning stuff up for harvest, giving it the old leaf blower and
power washer treatment. Yeah. Cornhead, I was hoping to just use air compressor, but got into it and it had to use a power washer.
Oh, you got to be careful, get moisture in the bearings doing that.
Well, yeah, but mud isn't any better, so.
No, I suppose it's not.
Yeah, but I can tell you, that's about one of the dirtiest I've been after power washing. It just flings it back at you every 5 different directions.
Yeah, there's nothing more miserable than power washing, like hay equipment or harvest equipment, either one.
Oh, yeah.
It'll get you. It will.
You just kind of got to accept it.
You do. Yeah, you do. All right, so harvest and calves, so we were sort of, not that we're completely caught up, but we were feeling a little bit better. Decided Aaron and I were going to take a trip down to Lincoln, and so we rolled down there this past weekend. Needed to do some Christmas shopping in the worst way, and just sort of wanted to get away a little bit. So we rolled down there and went through Grand Island, did some shopping there, and then went on down to Lincoln and shopped there, hung out in the Haymarket, and kind of had some fun there. And nice. So, yeah, it was a good time. Really enjoyed that. And there's a lot of really cool shops and kind of one-off things down there. So that was fun. I enjoy that sort of thing. and I'm not going to say who it was, but we went to a somewhat of an upscale steakhouse
Mm-hmm.
for lunch on Sunday. And it is hard to, there was some stuff that I thought about getting that I didn't. I ended up settling on a steak.
Mm-hmm.
And I kind of wished I wouldn't have.
I had the same experience recently.
And, you know, Erin has made that comment before. She's like, I have a hard time paying for a steak when we go out to eat because our steaks just out here are so good.
Oh, yeah, I know it.
And I think some of it is like, because we all grew up cooking our own steaks. Like our folks were grilling or frying or whatever you were doing. But I mean, we sort of grew up knowing how to cook them.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, salt and pepper and away you go. I mean, sometimes less is more on them. And I don't know what it is about your own freezer beef, but man, it is good stuff. And it wasn't bad. Like there wasn't anything wrong with it, but for what it costs, I'm like, boy, that just
I
wasn't.
had the exact same experience. It was just kind of, it's been years since I've gotten a steak. And
Yeah.
I'm like, you know, we're at this, it's a nice steakhouse. It's like, let's just try it. Besides, there wasn't much more in the menu that I was like, oh, I'd like that a lot more in a steak.
Right.
So I'm kind of like, you know, maybe I need to open my mind and give it a try again. And same thing, it was fine, but I feel like I could have done. I've had people grill steaks just hanging out, friends, neighbors, or grilled steak myself. I'd prefer either of those over what I had there. It was cooked a little fast, which I guess restaurant setting, I suppose you kind of got to, but it was a little tough for a ribeye and basically had no seasoning to it. It was just kind of slapped it on the grill and cooked it in 5 minutes and sent it out. And it was all right. It was still steak, but yeah, it's just not what I mean, not to the level I was expecting, I guess.
Yeah. And so I started wondering, Aaron and I were kind of visiting about this. I wonder, whatever you're thinking about in your mind, when you think of like the perfect ribeye, that's my favorite cut as well. So when you're thinking about the perfect ribeye, aged the way you like it, seasoned the way you like it, cooked the way you like it, that's like $120 steak.
Yeah.
If you went out somewhere, right?
Exactly.
Because, I mean, we spent a fair amount on this. And like I said, it wasn't bad, but it just, I mean, it wasn't as awesome as what we do at home for, you know, our own, just because it's Tuesday night.
I know.
And so,
because I think about the best steaks I've had, and none of them have come from a restaurant.
Right?
Yeah, I just think about that guy, that buddy of mine. He really nailed that one.
I did have one once, and I'm going to say who they are because I appreciated it that much. But there's a place called the Alley Rose in Kearney.
I heard of it.
And I had a steak down there one time that was by far and away the best steak I ever bought anywhere. Like that I paid money for out and about. I mean, it was fantastic.
Nice.
I really want to go back and have another one.
Just to see if it meets.
But I sort of just want that memory to live on, you know, just in case. And so, but I would encourage you to go there. They did do a phenomenal job that night. Part of what was sort of irritating in Lincoln was we're, you know, now with online, you can look at all the menu stuff ahead of time. They were supposed to have crème brûlée there, which.
What is that? But
it is fantastic. I mean, it is really good. It is so good.
You still haven't said what it is.
Oh, it is so good. It doesn't even matter. It is so fantastic. It is. I tell you what, it is so good.
Okay.
You know, what are you eating over there? Crème brûlée? What is that? Give me some of that. It is a kind of a vanilla custard.
Okay.
That they top with, it's like a sugar, but it's kind of like a sugar in the raw, if you know what that is. So it's not really brown sugar. It's just kind of unprocessed sugar.
Bleached, yeah.
You top it with that, and then I think the super fancy restaurants hit it with the fancy kitchen approved blowtorch.
Oh, nice.
You can also broil it if you throw it. Yeah, if you throw it in the broiler in the oven. But what it does is it melts it down, and it's glassy, and it puts a little crust on it, and it turns just a little tan, a little brown.
So it's a fancy bowl of pudding?
Yes.
Okay.
But it's not pudding, it's custard.
Okay.
I think officially.
All right.
And it is so good. Like, even when it's not real good, it's still pretty good, but you get one that's really good and like, oh my. And It comes in usually kind of a small container. I mean, they have dishes specifically made for that, and they're not real big.
Well, that's a bummer.
Well, it is so rich, you probably don't want to eat a half gallon.
Okay.
You will regret. Oh, anyway, this thing's going off the rails.
Can you wipe up that drill for a little bit?
You know, let me get to look, we're just trying to have some good dessert out here is what's going on. And steakhouse on the menu said they had it.
Mm-hmm.
So we get there and we're about done. And the waitress comes by and like, oh, can we get in? Oh, yeah. Hey, do you have this for dessert? And she's like, yeah, I don't think so. And I'm like, you got to be kidding. And then she goes, I think we got like a brownie or something.
Oh.
And I'm like, wow, you're selling that too. Like, whoa. She's like, well, I'll go check. And so she goes and she comes back like, yeah, we couldn't find any. I'm like, what is happening? What is happening? Anyway, I don't know. All I'm saying is if you were ever at a restaurant that has that offering for dessert, get it. Try it once.
Okay.
It is really good. And I think fancy places, they'll throw some like raspberries or some strawberries or some blueberries. Like you can get a little fruit on top of it if you want, but there's no need to do that.
I had a really good shake this past weekend, but a certain wife of mine, I won't mention which ones, but told me that nobody really cares, so I won't waste everybody's time.
Really?
Yeah.
Was it a shake like while you were working on the trailer, you had a mouse run up your pant leg?
No. It was an ice cream shake. It was awesome.
Well, I'm into ice cream shakes. I want to hear about it.
It's a peppermint mixed with eggnog.
I think
that combination was really good.
I think I could get down with that.
Yeah. I thought it was fantastic.
I could definitely be into that.
Got me in the holiday spirit.
Oh, as it would.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where was that at?
North Platte. It was down on the downtown district. It's kind of right across from the old Alco. The real ones will know.
Yeah. If you know, you know.
If you know, you know.
Alco for life.
Yeah, I can't remember the name of it, but it's right on the corner of the bricks. I guess there's a pizza ranch over there next to the old Alco.
You know.
Somewhere in that vicinity.
I've never been to a pizza ranch. I think the name throws me.
Yeah.
I mean, I've heard people say what the concept is,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't know if I'm looking to go there.
There's not even light to medium ranching going on there.
Pizza ranch. Like, that sounds more like something you dip a pretzel in.
That's a fair point.
Okay, you got any of that pizza ranch? That's good stuff.
Pizza flavored ranch. That's an idea.
What would you do with it?
Like a pizza Pringle, but ranch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like you're probably not running a chip through that. Maybe like a pretzel.
Not a salad either.
No. Oh no. Yuck.
A French fry
or a breadstick.
Ooh.
Yeah, French fries would
French
work.
fry would work. That'd do it. Tater tot.
Yeah, oh yeah. Tots. Give me some of your tots. So, all right. Back in the day, we used to get stuff. My mom would order things from the Schwann's man.
Oh yeah.
And I don't even know if they exist anymore.
I don't think they do. I think they went out of business a couple years ago.
Which, I mean, they were sort of expensive, and maybe that was what happened. I don't really know, but they had a big catalog of stuff, though. I mean, there was a lot of stuff. We used to get the pizza. Pizza was pretty good, and they had like the single serving, like personal pan pizzas.
Yeah, I could never figure out how to reheat those right.
No,
the crust being rubber or charred.
Yeah. Oh well, and you'd run that through the microwave, and the outside would be bubbling lava that would peel all the skin off the roof of your mouth. And the inside would have a spot about the diameter of a golf ball that was still frozen solid.
Yeah.
But they were good.
Still ate them.
And
especially the Supreme.
Oh, yeah. I like,
Yep.
I like that. And they had a 4 cheese, like a big pizza.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if you could get that in the little ones, but they had a big version, and that was pretty good too. But anyway,
tell you what.
So we used to get pizza and then ice cream.
Oh yeah,
from them.
That's the best part.
They had some good ice cream.
Made good storage buckets after the fact too.
Yeah. Oh yeah. They called them root beer float bars.
I don't think I had them.
So it was like an ice cream bar, but instead of being covered with chocolate, it was covered in root beer.
Oh yeah,
and froze.
Yeah.
Oh, that was phenomenal.
I got Molly hooked on golden nugget bars shortly before they went out of business.
Is that like the creamsicle bars?
It's kind of basically a ice cream Snickers. You think?
Oh,
except it's got the vanilla ice cream bar covered in chocolate with peanuts and caramel, and in between, the top of the ice cream under the chocolate.
I don't hate the sounds of that at all.
They were good.
We
never know.
No. But I know what an ice cream Snicker bar tastes like, and I like those. I get those from Blake's Fast Fuel every once in a while. And I also got one day I had a weak moment. I was in there and I decided I wanted a Blake's Fast Fuel sweatshirt, so I got one of them too.
Oh, nice.
And a Snickers ice cream bar. But that's beside the point. They had like, I don't know what they were. They were like the Dreamsicle bars or whatever. It was like the orange. It probably wasn't ice cream. I don't know if it was sherbet or sorbet. Is that how you say it? And then it had like
gelato.
No, it definitely was not that.
Okay.
But it had some vanilla
ice.
Yeah, well, it probably was because I don't think it was ice cream either. It was something kind of different. Anyway, if you had them, you know what they are. And those were really good. But any of those, you'd get them out of the deep freeze and throw your tongue on that thing right away. And I mean, it would freeze to that ice cream bar, which was sort of fun until it peeled some skin off your tongue. And then it was less fun.
Yeah, that'll happen.
But let's see, there was a point to all this. Where I was headed, I think what I was going to say is they also had a peppermint. This time of year, they had a peppermint ice cream. And,
Schwann's did.
Oh, it was so
had
good.
Chunks of candy
Yes.
in it. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
you'd bite on that, it gets stuck in your teeth
yes.
so bad.
Oh, it was
man.
so good,
So
though.
good.
And I'm sure like Ben and Jerry or somebody like that's probably got it too.
But they would just like sneak a little peppermint into ice cream. I mean, Schwann's hit you with.
Oh, yeah.
It was peppermint.
Yo, yeah.
It was legit.
Yeah.
You'd have fresh breath after eating that.
You did.
Oh, yeah.
You did. Really, there was no reason not to eat that.
Cavities, but fresh breath.
Well, but who doesn't got cavities anyway?
That's right. Just get them all filled and you don't got to worry about it no more.
We're just walking around out here full of cavities.
Just put some metal in your teeth and you're good to go.
Away you go.
Yeah.
So, that was good. But do you ever think about all the things that like used to be around when you were a kid? Like, so I think of the Schwann's truck, but like Alco's another one.
All right.
We used to go school shopping at Alco. We had one the bigger town over, and there was an Alco there, and I don't even know if Alco exists at all.
They haven't
anymore.
existed a long time. Kmart's, I think they're down to a few.
You know, there was a Kmart back in that same town. Actually, they were in the same parking lot. And does Plumouta still exist?
The what?
Plumouta.
Oh, yeah.
We always call them Plumouta.
Do you remember Ben Franklin?
Because we're plumb out of that. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So, there's all those stores. And then, I mean, that makes you think about when you're a kid, it wasn't all the online shopping. So, all the shopping trips with mom and all that, going to the mall.
Absolutely.
JCPenney.
Yeah.
Trying on clothes, all that good stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Kids will never know.
No. And so, when we went to Lincoln this weekend, we went to a couple malls. And there was one, like, I bet they took out a half a dozen stores and built one really big arcade.
Oh, no kidding.
Might have even been more stores than that. Like one whole side of the mall was just a big arcade, which it seemed pretty, there was a lot of folks in there, but it was interesting, right? Like a lot of those like JCP or, some of them different stores that you were used to being there weren't there anymore. I did not see any like blank storefronts in there. So that was encouraging, I guess. And Christmas season. So like, everything, like there's an entire store full of like calendars.
No,
I mean, how many calendars? And not like Marie calendars, but just like like what day is it calendar?
No, Marie calendar store, I can get behind that.
Oh, right.
Oh man. Yeah.
So but it's interesting. We went down to South Point and we were walking around there. There's some that are there that I always remember being there. There's a bunch of those that have changed as well though.
Yeah.
And I guess it's just.
I just remember school shopping in Lincoln. It was kind of, you get to the mall, tie your shoes tight, stretch out because you're going to be there a while.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of steps.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're going to hop in, you're going to get a break, and you get out South Point and you start marching again.
Yeah.
And you will be having to go through Bed Bath & Beyond no matter how much you don't want to.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
What was the Beyond part?
I
mean, the bed and bath were pretty explanatory, but.
They didn't do much outside of that.
I mean, kitchen stuff, maybe?
Bed, bath. Yeah, there was some kitchen stuff.
But why didn't they just call it Bed, Bath, and Kitchen?
I should have. Because, Beyond was very underwhelming.
Yeah.
Oh, they had mattresses. That's bed.
Bed, right. It's like to infinity and beyond, except it was just Bed, Bath, and Beyond. but it wasn't. It was just to the kitchen,
It's just
right? Which is the order you go in. You get up in the morning, you get out of the bed, you go into the bath room, and then into the kitchen. Like, why
then beyond.
And then beyond.
Then you go beyond.
Yeah.
Maybe it's bed, bath, kitchen, bath, then beyond.
Beyond. Yeah. And it'd be bath and then beyond. Because, we got Wi-Fi. And so now, anyway, I think the day is coming. You can write this down. So in 50 years, when we've forgotten we've even done this, maybe you'll remember hearing it one time. I almost wonder if Walmart at some point in our lifetime yet will not be a brick and mortar store.
Oh, yeah, I think so.
Because think about it. If you look at the progression of things, at some point, people, you're living out here, right? In kind of the middle of nowhere, and you got your general store, the store in town or whatever, and you could get all your basic necessities there, but they weren't carrying super fancy stuff or lots of similar items. It was the necessities. And then at some point you got like a mail order catalog, like, Sears or something.
Oh, yeah.
And you could...
That's a good Christmas catalog.
Yeah, you could... Well, I mean, you could order a house out of Sears and Roebuck. I mean, for real.
Yeah, I know.
Like, there's some on the south side that were kit houses that they got out of Sears. Anyway, so you get the catalog. And then now you can order some of that... I don't know if I'm going to say fancier stuff, but just some of the stuff that your local store didn't have.
Right.
So you could do that. But, I mean, then you're waiting for it, right? Like, it's got to get shipped in here. And then at some point, like as towns started getting bigger and you started getting more stores, well, you could buy a lot of that locally, like either in your own town or maybe the next town over, but you could, travel was becoming easier. Mm-hmm. Stores were becoming bigger and you could get a lot of that stuff in your own hometown. And then here comes Amazon again. And now we're back to ordering stuff and waiting on it in the mail. And I wonder if at some point Walmart, because they're already headed that way, right?
Yeah, I think I've even heard through back. I mean, I don't know where I've heard it, I guess. I don't know if it's an article or what, but I know for sure it's happening fast food industry and even Walmart's heading to this direction where they're trying to get you out of the store essentially.
Oh, yeah.
All the remodels going on in the fast food industry is making seating less comfortable, less appealing. They just want you to go through drive-through.
Now, isn't it funny that McDonald's did that in Gothenburg?
Yeah.
And then we got them right out of town.
Yeah, they're closing up, but I mean, they even had the kiosk, right, where you didn't take orders. You had to put it into a kiosk. I think Walmart's heading the same way. They want to turn their stores into more warehouses. They want the more grocery pickup style / delivery sort of thing. I mean, it cuts down on their manpower. They don't need the square footage to have a storefront. So I think everything's kind of heading to that way. It's just getting people out of the locations. They would rather have smaller infrastructure because it's just the overhead expense is getting to be so big.
What I will find interesting as time goes, at some point, I think you get pushback from people. And I don't know if this is one of those places or not. And you do what you want. I don't care what you want to do. But I don't want online order groceries. Like, I just want to go myself and pick them up. I actually sort of enjoy grocery shopping. Now, I understand being busy and not maybe having the time to do it that you wish you did, but I am not looking to have somebody else pick out my groceries and then I pull up to the store because I have heard I just don't want to do that, right? But now what is making grocery shopping miserable for me is if I end up at somewhere like Walmart and now I'm competing with all the people that are filling the online orders, they're worse than just regular customers.
Yeah, they know what they're doing.
Yeah. Yeah, and not super friendly either.
Yeah.
But
they're in the time crunch for sure.
So I just, that is my pushback, but I don't know, I don't know how much of the population feels that way or how much of the population is glad for it.
I think that kind of benefits your local grocery store. Like, I'm kind of all for it. If Walmart wants to go that direction, great, because I think that pushes some of the competitive balance back to the more local change. If you are someone that wants to go in and pick that out, I'm fine with Walmart shutting up if it means it gets more business in a fresh season. So
if Michael Peterson's listening to this, I did not mean that I get groceries at Walmart.
But no, I'm just saying that's fine with me because I do think there is.
Yeah.
It seems like there is a little bit of a turn back to more local. I think maybe COVID kind of got people traveling less and realizing more what's in their backyard.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I kind of like to see that continue. There's always going to be a place for everything, but I mean, if Walmart makes decisions that favors you more of your local grocery store, I'm all for that.
Yeah. Yeah, I am as well. And you know what? I've heard some stuff. So we had McDonald's here in Gothenburg. They went through the whole remodel. I'm assuming probably every McDonald's did. I never went to McDonald's outside of Gothenburg because why would you? Like, you're on the road and you're like, oh, we could eat at Chick-fil-A or we could go to McDonald's. I'm not going to McDonald's, right? But I do know the one here is exactly what you said. Seems super unfriendly.
Try to make it as sterile as possible.
Right.
Yeah. They used to have ashtrays at McDonald's.
Yeah.
That's how welcoming they were trying to be.
Yeah. I remember when they were kind of that yellow-brown glass. Yeah. And, you could have a smoke and a hamburger and absolutely.
Just take years off your life almost.
Yeah. Ronnie was kicked back, puffing on a Marlboro. And, a lot of times I was not going into McDonald's to eat, probably.
Right.
Unless they had good truck parking here. And sometimes it worked just as well to run in there, get it, sit down, eat it, and then get back in the truck, perhaps. Especially like McRib, right? Because that was my favorite thing at McDonald's. And you can't eat a McRib and drive a truck. You make an incredible mess. Incredible mess. Or a Big Mac. You can't really eat that and drive a truck either. So, but it's interesting because they did all that, and I don't know if that was here or there, but next thing you know, McDonald's in Gothenburg's closed up, moved
Subway
out.
did.
So, and
another restaurant's closed down.
2 other ones.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been quite the development, I guess.
It's tough, right? Because sometimes when you find yourself in town and you need to grab something for lunch or whatever, or you're after a kid's sporting event or whatever, we don't have a lot of choices right now. I do appreciate the grocery store. They've got the deli and you can go there. I do appreciate Runza, but like overconsumption of Runza is starting to kind of take over.
Boy, the lines are getting long there too.
They are. They are. Mi ranchito, which is great, but that's not speedy.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, there's still some good options, but it's just kind of curious what's happening because the McDonald's was a corporate decision. That wasn't a local person just getting out of business. That was McDonald's coming down and saying any store that was not hitting this revenue bench, we're shutting them down. Yep.
Which I had heard the number thrown around a little bit was 2 million.
Yeah, that's what I've been hearing, but I feel like I heard it from you, so that makes sense.
As long as you got it from a good source.
That's right.
And I don't know if that was true or not, but some number that they were apparently, but I don't know what that number needs to be, but they're in a town of like 3,000 or 3,500 or whatever.
Yeah, I'm sure they're doing fine for the size, but
right.
If it was something that high, then it's kind of hard for a town to 3,000 to hit that.
Right. So I don't know. Business in general, I think, is kind of interesting. And Erin keeps saying it. She thinks we're headed for a recession, like maybe a kind of a big one. And you look at it, I mean, how much everything costs now. Like at some point, all right. So like for an example, so today, this may end up on another tangent too. So just fair warning. I got a forklift that's being disgruntled at the moment. We thought it was sort of cold weather was making it misbehave, but after further inspection, I think it's farther than that. So it is electronically controlled and fuel injected, which should fix a lot of problems, but it does still have the vaporizer type setup on it, like just any propane burner would. So what is going on now is they call it heavy ends, which they don't refine propane quite as well now as they used to, which I find frustrating, and you find that frustrating in a lot of places. We have the technology to do all this wonderful stuff, but suddenly our quality continues to go downhill.
I've heard that with diesel fuel too.
Yep. We found that with shoes even. So we were at a true shoe store on our shopping trip, and we wear the Ons. I like those On Clouds or whatever. It's just a brand of tennis shoe.
No, I wasn't aware.
But we were talking to the guy we were actually talking to the manager of the store, and we kind of said, hey, because they're kind of expensive, but they're wonderful shoes. But hey, they're kind of expensive. And like the last pair, they lasted like barely a year. And the guy's like, yeah, I mean, that's kind of like he said, it's not just them, it's everybody. They're all manufacturing them to only last a certain amount of time. I hate that. But even farm equipment's that way, right?
It is.
And we've talked that before. Anyway, so, all right. So we have the ability to, allegedly land on the moon. That's probably debatable. But we can't refine propane. So what happens is it's all the gunk that's in there that's not propane.
Yeah.
And so when it's in liquid form, it's fine. When it starts to heat up, it separates.
Okay.
And so not heat up like 100 degrees heat up, but heat up like as it starts to get warm enough and it goes through the vaporizer or whatever. That gunk is kind of an oily, tarry substance, and it parts ways with the propane gas at that point.
Okay.
Well, then it has to build up somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
And so in your fuel system then is where that builds up. So what was happening was it was gunking up our vaporizer, and what it does is there's some valves in there that work on like vacuum or whatever. It starts gumming those up and they don't open and close properly. So actually what it was doing is they would open and they wouldn't close and it'd overfuel itself. So it was like loading up.
Yeah.
So I took that apart today. This is part of the reason I'm grumpy. We had a service tech come look at it. They thought maybe it was the injector. So they took that apart, cleaned it, put it back together. Well, it started and ran and they're like, oh yeah, that was probably the problem. But what we'd been telling them is once you mess with it long enough, it does sort of get warm enough that all that stuff gets pretty fluid and then it does start to work again.
Oh, yeah.
Well, in the process of him troubleshooting it, he got it warm enough that it started working correctly.
Right.
He cleaned the injector and he's like, oh, yeah, there you go. Next morning, come out and start it when it was cold and it sounds like a derby car. So they sent a quote and it was for like $3,400.
Goodness.
Service call. New injector, new vaporizer, here you go. And I went, why can't we take the vaporizer apart? Like, it's got bolts in it. Clearly, it's meant to come apart. So I took that apart today, and it was gunked up. So I got it all cleaned out. I'm waiting on a rebuild kit because some of the diaphragms have stretched, and they are not going back together like they're supposed to. So we just will replace all that. But I guess that's my point, right? For one, if you are still a tech and you are diagnosing something and I know time is money and I understand that, but I'm tired of this. Let's just throw new parts at it and see if it fixes it.
Yeah.
That's
my strategy and I have no schooling.
And so like this, I mean, there's some different pricing on it, but this vaporizer, somewhere between $800 and $900 new. The kit to rebuild it was somewhere between, and depends on quality and quantity and all that other stuff, but basically somewhere between $200 and $400. Why do we want to just throw a new one at it when we can rebuild it? Yeah. Especially because we're not reinventing the wheel. You take it apart, you take all the O-rings and diaphragms out. I mean, there's one valve seat in there. It's all pretty simple stuff. Why does it cost a fortune to fix that? Why are we just throwing new parts at it? And so then I guess my point to all that being, I think the reason there is a recession coming is nobody can afford to do anything. I mean, you can't take anything anywhere for $1,000 anymore and get it fixed or worked on, And
I think, just going back, I'm going to zoom out here for a little bit. I think in, decades from now, they're going to look back at the COVID era and just see how much of a shift that kind of made in our society in 100 different ways. And I think one thing it showed people is how little they can live with, actually.
Yeah.
So I think that's kind of the reason the economy is down, is people found out I can live without a lot of this stuff I'd becoming accustomed to. So I wonder if that's kind of part of it too. I think that's a huge reason the labor market's less, is people are willing to take easier, lower paying jobs and living simpler compared to. So I don't know. I think that might be part of it too, is why the spending isn't there like it has been in the past. I don't know if it's a recession or if it's just people just finding out things cost more. I learned how to live with less.
Yeah.
And I got along just fine. So why not just maintain that?
Yeah. I mean, it certainly could be. And I hope so, right? Like, I'm sure we're not the first ones to be like, oh man, society. But I mean, when you look around and to me, it is not money. It is the perception of money.
True.
Because I mean, I don't know what the average credit card debt in America is, but it is probably outstanding, whatever that number is.
They have outstanding balances.
They have outstanding debt.
That's a good pun.
You like that? Comedy's still free. Around here, anyway. But that's just because we got some good sponsors. But so if you can put it on the card and there's really no repercussions for ever paying it off or not paying it off, I mean, you're racking up interest, but I mean, like, it's just that perception of money,
I suppose.
So anyway, I don't know. I mean, I'm all for good quality work and being paid accordingly. I don't think just self-imposed minimum wage hikes actually help anything. I think we're seeing some downfall of that as well.
True.
Because it just, if your minimum wage to do an entry-level job goes up substantially, well, then whatever product is being made there also goes up. And so at some point when that ends up being, food items or somewhat necessity style items, well, then your real cost of living is increasing.
That's what I was thinking, is like raising the minimum wage sounds good. And I mean, some aspects I think it was due. But I mean, if it raises the cost of all the goods, yeah, you make more, but you spend more, you're still in the same spot.
Yeah, exactly. So
I don't think people understand that everything's going to trickle down to the consumer, which most of us are. Well, all of us are end consumers of some things.
Sure.
But most of us are consumers of most things.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
the trickle down effect is felt by everybody.
That is a fact. Yep, I know it. Speaking of consuming, we are sitting here surrounded by cases of
It's a pretty sight.
ranch fuel. And if you're looking to consume some of that, you can stop by the feed store.
Oh, yeah.
It seems fitting, being we are in the feed store broadcast studio, that I'm going to plug that a little bit. But we decided, you know what? We actually saw Dale Brisby talking about it.
Yeah.
And we're like, I think we're going to try it. So we bought a case, a variety pack, just to see. Everybody here at the store was like, oh, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Started talking to some friends and neighbors, and they were trying it too. So we just decided to be full-blown dealers. So got ranch fuel in here.
No sugar, and gives you the caffeine you want without the sugar and the crash.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
It is good stuff. Agave lime is the real good stuff. But anyway, I probably can't tell you what we're charging for it, but I bet it's a pretty good deal.
Yeah.
Compared to what other people are charging.
It is good compared to.
So anyway,
yeah.
If you're looking to consume some ranch fuel, get on in here to the feed store and get after that. But they're a little shameless self-promotion. All right. What? BSB time?
Yeah.
Let's get into this BSB.
Well, we're heading towards Christmas, so this is kind of your holiday themed BS&B, and we're just talking. We're either bringing up things we don't like or food. So this is food.
Or food we don't like.
Have we done that yet? Yeah, it'll be coming.
If it hasn't.
So, all right. Holiday themed drinks. Buy, sell, burn to the ground. We've got apple cider.
Yeah.
Hot apple cider.
Right.
Because if you're drinking it cold, it's just spiced apple juice.
Right.
Eggnog.
Mm-hmm.
Hot chocolate.
Oh, yeah. Let's see. So, hot apple cider or eggnog or hot chocolate.
Mm-hmm.
Hot cocoa. Hot chocolate. What's the difference?
I don't know.
Hot chocolate.
One's harder to spell.
I suppose that's true. All right. So, it wouldn't be BSB without some qualifying questions.
Here we go.
And what context am I drinking this?
Well, it is Christmas time, so not the middle of summer.
Right.
You're not hot.
I disagree. But
this is my scenario. You don't know.
It's that's a hot drink. What time of day?
Evening.
Okay. Is it with a meal or dessert? Or
no, this is just
plop down
you're
on the couch?
relaxing after a day. You're kind of got that inner body chill a little bit.
Yep. Plop down on the couch.
Yeah.
Watch some football or something.
Right.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. So actually, that is easier than one may have thought. I am going to go in reverse order.
Okay.
I'm burning eggnog to the ground.
Yeah.
I do not specifically dislike eggnog, but I do not like it well enough for it to get ahead of either of the other two.
Yep.
I am a social hot cocoa drinker, so I am selling that one. If we're out caroling, maybe we're standing around a bonfire. If somebody offers me some hot cocoa, like I'm getting all over that, right? Like I'm not going to turn it down. But if I have hot apple cider and hot chocolate both at my house, I'm going hot apple cider. So I am definitely buying that. I really like apple cider.
Yeah.
So
as much as I hate it, I agree with you.
Yeah, that's right. I knew you'd see it my way.
They're all three good. Eggnog's good, but I mean, it seems like half a cup, I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm over it. I can't drink a whole glass. It just after a while, the taste and the texture kind of goes back.
It's because it's the consistency of
Yeah.
waffle batter. It's it's a bit of a challenge.
And then hot chocolate, just a little too sweet for me to do regularly, but I mean, not turning it down.
No.
But man, I love a good cup of apple cider.
Yeah.
I mean, I might drink that in June.
I'd probably drink it cold in June.
That's just spiced apple juice.
Yeah. That's what I said. Okay, so if you're drinking hot cocoa, though, are you dropping marshmallows in that?
Oh, the kid in me, absolutely.
Yeah,
But anymore, I might do Cool Whip, but probably no marshmallows. I drink it too fast for marshmallows.
I do kind of like the marshmallows.
Are you talking the one that come with the mix or
No.
legit marshmallows?
Yo, you're right.
Okay.
Yeah. You throw some jet puffed in there.
Yeah.
Let them melt down a little bit.
I mean, sometimes it just plugs up the stream of hot chocolate, and that irritates me. Then
it does.
Then it kind of, the dam overflows in your mustache. And
you burn the top of your upper lip.
Then you're sucking it out of your goatee hair, and
Which, that's a visual.
That's the experience I had when I was 7.
Yeah. Right. Right. Yeah. Well, I don't know about eggnog. I guess I've never made that myself. The rest of them are better homemade, I think.
Yeah, I've never homemade eggnog.
Yeah, I haven't either. But like homemade hot chocolate, like Swiss Miss is fine if you're like trying to hustle, but if you got the time to make it yourself.
True.
Homemade apple cider. There's some really good store-bought ones, but if you and maybe that's the aesthetics of it, just boiling away in a pot on the stove, but simmering. I guess you probably don't want to boil it, but
this is kind of the same vein as your alley roast steak. It's kind of one of those things that is kind of unachievable. Well, I guess alley roast is still open, but growing up when we got our haircut, come Christmas time, she'd always have apple cider on.
Oh yeah,
that was the best apple cider, and I'll never have it again.
Yep.
That's what I remember. I've keep trying to attain that level of apple cider, and I haven't been able to.
Oh, yeah.
So
all right. So our boys like apple cider. They like hot cocoa too. But hot cocoa is, you're right. It's a little sweeter, a little heavier. That's like hay rack ride material, probably.
True.
Apple cider is, maybe it's more adult.
Maybe.
I
liked it as a kid, though.
Yeah,
too.
I did too. That's not a very good comparison, really. It was good stuff.
Elliot's a hot chocolate-holic.
Yeah.
It's kind of the rule is hot chocolate's for when you get cold, so he'll go outside and play in the snow for 10 minutes and come inside and boy, I could use some hot chocolate.
I can appreciate that.
Even probably walk from the garage to the house. He'd be like, boy, I got pretty cold on that. I could use some hot chocolate.
Yeah, I can appreciate that. Are you a Nesquik person?
I don't much care for it, no.
That's a shame. How do you are you like Swiss Miss hot chocolate, or how are you making hot chocolate?
In my older age, those hot chocolate bombs, I think, are probably the best way to do it.
I literally have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh, really? You know what a bath bomb is?
Yes.
So hot chocolate bomb, same kind of concept. It's just a chocolate shell that has a hot chocolate mix on the inside with the marshmallows.
Really?
So you drop it in your hot
bath water.
Milk.
Oh,
your
right.
bath water. Yeah.
And then you just slurp that up while you're splashing around.
Don't get the two confused. Drink some lavender water and bathe in hot chocolate.
Yuck. Yeah, that's terrible. Yeah.
But yeah, so you get some actual chocolate in there with your hot chocolate mix. It's a little bit richer flavor than just your standard hot chocolate mix.
If I am somewhere where I can do so, I will make the Swiss Miss with milk instead of water.
Oh, yeah.
I like that better.
Milk's better.
I will do like Nesquik into milk for chocolate milk and heat that up to make hot chocolate. But like Hershey syrup, which which I don't really like for just chocolate milk, but it does make pretty good hot chocolate.
I mean, if you can melt chocolate with a little bit of butter in it, mix that with milk, that's by far the best.
Yeah, but it's got everything a guy needs: butter and milk and chocolate.
Exactly.
It's really fantastic.
Hits all the food groups.
Right? It does.
Yeah,
it does.
Of beef.
Right.
Yeah.
Maybe some homemade hot chocolate and a good steak.
Eat it with a jerky stick.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That probably makes more sense, actually. Nesquik on ice cream, though? Powdered Nesquik?
Never
sprinkle
tried it.
Oh, what?
Well, I told you, I don't much care for Nesquik. I don't keep it on hand.
I guess I don't understand that comment.
Ovaltine's better. I don't believe that. I just said it to
I
make you mad.
was going to say, what? All right. Good one. What is this, silly hour? Yeah. All right. Well, hey, that's a pretty good one. I like that for BSB. Sort of in the same vein, though. All right. So we've got like a gallon of coffee here.
Oh, yeah.
And I do like coffee, but I sort of like foo-foo coffee a little bit.
Yeah.
And I hate to admit that, but there's a coffee shop here in town that we go to once in a while, and they've got some that are just, boy, it's pretty good. I'm not looking to do it every day.
Yeah.
Partially because, like, it
I
gets
call
a
it
little
dessert
spendy.
coffee.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I want black coffee in the morning, but foo-foo coffee for dessert after something. That's the sweet coffee. You know, which essentially that's grown up hot chocolate, essentially.
Right. Yeah. Or it's coffee for people who aren't committed to drinking black coffee.
Yeah.
Look, I like coffee.
It's a gateway drug to black coffee.
Yeah. But I do kind of like it. And there's a few that are they're just pretty good.
Yep.
So.
Yep.
All right. Well, is that it on BSB?
Yeah, I think so. Unless you got one.
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
You want to just go right into a what are you looking at?
I reckon.
All right. So, I about forgot. It's been so long since we've done this. BSB. That was brought to you today. Proudly.
I didn't know if they were still. I thought about interjecting, but I didn't want you to be like, "Oh, they're not sponsoring us."
No.
I canceled.
That's the source. No, BSB proudly brought to you by Ben Fitzwater and Fitz at Ag Works. You know, we used to joke about Eastern Nebraska. I got a text from Ben during harvest time. I think he was out like by Stapleton.
Oh, wow. He's making it here.
He's running around out at Broken Bow doing some things. So we used to say if you were
getting in business, right?
Yeah, we always said if you were east of 81. And then he sent me that one day, and I'm like, you're not even east of 83.
Oh, I was good. Yeah. No, east of 83 is there.
Yeah, so if you're east of the Colorado border.
East of the Rocky Mountains.
East of the Rocky Mountains.
West of the Mississippi.
Yeah, or maybe east of it, too. We don't even know. Hey, get a hold of Ben there, Fitz at Ag Works. So you got through harvest time. You're going to have some problems for sure because you're power washing the bearings.
You know there's some stuff you overlooked finishing that last field.
And like you said, have you ever noticed that you get it out at the beginning of the season, combine or planter, whatever piece of machinery, and you're running along and it's running pretty good. And I mean, by the end of the year, it's a piece of baling wire and a prayer that's holding the thing together.
Yep.
But you're going to try to pull that out again next spring and go to the field planting with that same baling wire.
Do a thing to it.
Now, if it breaks down, you're the only one to blame for that. So while we got some time in the off season, get a hold of Ben and have him tune that. Maybe you got some GPS that's not wanting to stay calibrated, or you got some row shut off section control stuff that's not working right, or maybe you're just, who knows, something needs a little tuned up. Maybe the lawnmower ain't cutting grass like it oughta, and you thought, you know what, a small block Chevy and a Ritz style blower on that bad boy would cut some grass.
That's
so
exactly right.
If you need that, and I'm here to tell you, I don't know this for a fact, but I think Ben would get a kick out of putting a blower on a lawnmower. So if that's something that you think you need to do, see Ben at Fitz at Ag Works. Jared, if it's broke,
fits it.
All right. Whew. Hopefully Ben misses the part where
I'm glad he's still with us. I was worried.
Yeah. Well, don't be worried. Just, okay. So
maybe you could fix your memory.
Maybe. Maybe he could. All right. So, what are you looking at? Brought to us by Gothenburg Irrigation. Go see the good folks down there, Joe and all those folks. at Gothenburg Irrigation. I need to call Joe because I've got some pump jacks that I don't think are maybe, we probably need to pull them, get some leathers done. I should probably do that kind of stuff myself, but you know.
He does such a good job.
Well, he does.
Yeah.
And I don't want to do that. So maybe we'll have Joe come do those. But anyway, if you've got some wells that aren't, you know, like Tanner would say, not welling properly, you can call Gothenburg Irrigation, see if they could hook you up and do some stuff there. So, Jared, while I'm looking for today's topic, why don't you tell the good people what this segment is about?
So, yeah, we just find a random topic, type it into the old Google bar, and it pops up the top suggested answers. And we just put a phrase or something in, and then we kind of provide our commentary, whether we agree with that being a top search or we just kind of question what society has on the front of their minds these days.
Yep, that's a fact. All right. And the fun about this is, yeah, we just type it into Google. And so however the algorithm works, it's what all you crazy cats at home are looking up. So I guess we're going to stay with food, right? We're between Christmas and Thanksgiving.
Oh, yeah.
Or Thanksgiving and Christmas, I guess, if you're going in the reading.
Won't be long. We'll be between Christmas and Thanksgiving.
Yeah, but it's a lot farther between those two. So if you're reading left or right, we're between Thanksgiving and Christmas.
Yeah.
And so let's just stay with food, right? Holiday season, some of the best part of that's getting together with family and friends.
Sure thing.
And we typed in what goes well with blank. And so the first one out today, what goes well with chicken noodle soup?
I didn't know chicken noodle soup needed a side dish.
That was the same thought I had.
Yeah.
Does it?
It kind of has your veggies, your protein,
right?
Pasta all in one. So whatever you're supposed to have with chicken noodle soup.
And we're not talking like homemade chicken and noodles, because some people put like mashed taters with those.
Oh, yeah.
But this But this specifically says chicken
soup.
noodle soup.
Yeah.
If I had to, I would say like maybe a roll or a biscuit of some sort.
But there's other soups that go better with rolls.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But I mean, if you needed maybe dessert, I don't know. Right?
'Cause usually eating chicken noodle soup, that's the end goal. Like you're not feeling well, you just want something easy on the stomach.
Yeah.
It's cold out and you're eating soup half to warm up. So,
yeah.
I don't know what goes with chicken noodle soup.
Yeah, I don't know either.
I haven't thought about that for a second.
I was wondering, you suppose we should look at some of these and just see what people have to say?
Yeah, we probably should.
All right. We'll circle back to that one.
Okay.
I don't want to lose.
See what the AI says.
Well, I don't want to lose my list. So
yeah, I reckon.
All right. What goes? We know the answer to this one because we live in Nebraska. What goes well with chili?
Yeah, cinnamon rolls.
Cinnamon roll, right? Like what else is going to go with chili? Maybe crackers, I guess. But
sticks in my craw. It's this famous chef.
I hate that. Golly, what is the craw anyway?
Boy,
is that like your gizzard?
That probably is.
There's nothing worse than something stuck in your
Wouldn't it be handy to have a gizzard so when you don't chew your food like you're supposed to because you eat fast, it can just kind of finish that off for you?
I think so, yeah.
So you don't have all the indigestion stuff?
I think that'd be a great idea.
So anyway, is it Alden Smith? Is he a famous chef?
Alden Brown?
Okay, so somebody.
I think it's Alden.
Alden
Brown?
Alden.
I don't know.
And his chipmunks. Well, anyway, he came through Nebraska and stopped at a run. He heard about chili and cinnamon rolls. So he was videoing this, put it in social media. And he was
Alton Brown.
Okay. Well, you got Google. You could probably look it
up.
I
could, but I don't want to lose my list. Go
okay. So he's like, I'm going to try this. He took the bowl of chili and dumped it over the cinnamon roll and then took a fork to it and was unimpressed. I was like,
right, as one would be.
You did it all wrong.
Completely wrong.
So, and I'm not saying I'm the one that stands on the soapbox for chili and cinnamon rolls as much as some people, but yeah, you dip your cinnamon roll in chili. Yeah, that's the right combo.
Yeah, or bite of chili, bite of cinnamon roll.
Right. Yeah.
There's a lot of ways to do it, but
not dumping it over.
No, I don't know if
It's not a chili cheeseburger.
Right.
Chili dog.
If you're listening and you do that, let us know. Because I don't know that I've ever even
But he just slandered the whole thing about Nebraska and everything because he's the one that messed up.
Oh, completely.
He just made assumptions and there's Nebraskans all around him. He could have just asked.
Like, hey, how do I do this?
Yeah. I'm sure someone came over and slapped him after he stopped recording.
Should have. You know who wouldn't do it that way? Guy Fieri.
Gosh.
He'd know what's up. On Triple D Nation.
That's right.
All right.
Oh, man.
We are riding high on chicken today. What goes well with chicken pot pie? Again,
That is
right?
that's the end goal.
Yeah.
These things, I mean, Midwesterners are king of casseroles.
Oh, yeah.
And all that is trying to do is like, how can I make this 3-part meal one?
Yeah. Or if you're even farther east in the Midwest, hot dish.
Oh, yeah. I heard
That's
that.
a real hot dish out
hot
here.
dish. I don't know. I like that.
No, it's a casserole. Come on.
So, yeah, I mean, it's kind of the point of chicken pot pie is putting
Right?
your sides
That's everything.
with your main dish.
That's all right.
Yeah.
Staying with chicken theme. What goes well with chicken wings? More chicken wings. Hello.
I know they're trying to get rid of celery. They try pushing that with chicken wings.
You know, I do
that
like
ain't
that.
fooling nobody.
No, I like that.
What?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Like maybe I'll eat.
If I want to eat something that consistency, I'll go chew on a corn stalk.
Yeah. Which would be handy if we were ruminants.
Yeah, which is why we can't process celery.
Yeah, we need a gizzard and a rumen. We're going to be super digesters. But if I get some like medium or hot buffalo wings,
Yeah.
I like to eat a few of those and then eat some celery.
Really?
Yep.
It helps.
It cleanses the palate.
Okay.
If you're going to jump between like maybe sauce flavors or something.
I was going to say, this is not the answer, but a side of ranch.
No, but that is the answer. Like, I think that's,
It's not really a side. But
yeah, but what, well, it doesn't say sides. It just says what goes well with chicken wings. The answer
Yeah.
is ranch.
ranch. Yeah.
Yeah. Pizza
Yeah.
ranch.
There's a lot of confusion. See, I'm noticing a theme here. All these people are trying to find sides that don't exist with these dishes.
Absolutely.
That's why they have to go to Google, because there is no common sense answer.
I think that's right.
No one's like, what goes with a hamburger? Because fries is obvious. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Or onion rings.
Oh, yeah. Frings.
Or cheese curds.
Ooh. Sweet corn nuggets.
Yeah.
Oh,
Acceptable.
yeah. Oh, fried dill pickles.
Yeah. Pickle chips. I'm down with
Fried
that.
green beans.
Not as
Yes.
not as much, but yeah.
That's probably too close to green bean casserole for you.
Yeah. Kinda.
I demolished some green bean casserole in
I'm glad you
your
did.
memory for Thanksgiving.
I'm glad somebody ate my share.
Yep.
What goes well with salmon? Salmon.
Boy.
Salmon. How do you
a
salmon?
grizzly bear.
Salmon. Salmon.
Salmon's too close to salmonella.
Well, it's spelled like salmon. Salmon.
Salmon.
Salmon. You could make that be just fish in general, but they specifically want to know what goes well with salmon. And
I'm not a seafood guy. I don't know.
so
I
we
feel like salmon would be a good side with steak. That's a good surf and turf.
yeah. What goes well with this protein? More protein.
More protein.
Yeah. Surf and turf.
Yeah.
We do fish at our house. We'll do like
Yeah.
tuna steaks, or we'll do like halibut or some other whitefish,
Mhm.
different type stuff.
Boy, that's racist.
There is some, I like a coleslaw that,
Oh, yeah.
and I do one that's got like craisins and apples mixed in with it. And that goes well with fish though.
Okay.
So I don't know. And salmon, I suppose maybe asparagus.
Yeah, I do like asparagus.
Do a little asparagus with your
that does
salmon.
sound good. Yeah,
All right. Got that
that's a good one.
covered. What goes well with mac and cheese? Doesn't mac and cheese
Golly.
go with other stuff?
Yeah.
Like,
That
why
is
are
the
you
side.
looking for something to go with mac and cheese? Right? Because think about it, you go to barbecue places, one of
Yeah.
the sides is mac and cheese.
Right. Or you're under the age of 10, and that is the main dish.
Yeah.
That's it.
I guess
Nothing but that.
what goes
Chicken nuggets?
hot dogs?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't really know.
Hmm.
Well, all right. How about what goes well with steak? Mac and cheese.
Mac and cheese. Boy, I could call them asparagus,
Oh, yeah.
coleslaw,
Mashed potatoes.
garlic mashed potatoes, even a loaded baked potato.
Yep. Garlicky green beans.
Oh, absolutely. With bacon in them.
Oh, yeah.
Man. I mean, salad. If there's anything to pair salad with, steak's probably the most acceptable.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Maybe a sweet potato or some
Wow.
sweet potato product.
Well, if you want to ruin the steak, but I guess.
No, I'm not looking to ruin the steak, but you know.
No. Or what are those little potatoes called? Like they're about,
Tater
if
tots.
everybody's looking there.
About the, he's holding his hand up about that big.
About yay big.
Oh, yeah.
They got the yellow skin on them.
Yeah, yeah.
And they're just little bitty, but
yeah,
small spuds.
Are they fingerling potatoes? I think's what they call that.
I don't know, spudettes. I like spudettes.
Tiny taters.
I'm going to call them spudettes.
You can call it whatever you want.
Yeah. Those go good with steak.
Yeah, yeah. Really just a starch and a vegetable.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that's...
Yeah.
Right? Like...
I'm trying to think what side does not go with steak.
Chicken pot pie. Does not go.
I wouldn't even be disappointed if chicken pot pie was a side.
And so then to answer the question that rounds out the list here, what goes well with mashed potatoes? Well, I think we figured out steak. So...
Yeah, but who's starting with mashed potatoes?
I got all these mashed potatoes. What would go well with that?
It's just like, I have a side in mind. What goes well with
I have had a side in mind before, but usually you've got the whole meal in mind at that point, right?
I guess the only thing you could, make mashed potatoes and main dish is like beef Sundae, hot beef Sundae, or chicken Sundays.
Yeah.
I do like those.
I do like that.
And that
as well.
kind of is a main dish with mashed potatoes at the center of it. But
yeah. Well, yeah, but you could argue that it's the beef.
Right. Co-stars?
Yeah, well, yeah.
Yeah.
Co-host.
All
right, I'm going to click on this. What goes well with chicken noodle soup, just because I'm curious. And
lousy attitude?
Yes. I don't. This is completely wrong. Like, the only logical answer, and it's clear down the page, is crackers.
That's not go with. No.
Chicken noodle soup goes with a variety of sides, most commonly breads, yada, yada, yada. So they have listed grilled cheese sandwich.
No, not chicken noodle soup.
No, that's tomato soup.
That's tomato soup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Garlic bread or rolls. I mean...
No, garlic bread, no.
Right?
No.
Now, rolls, okay, I'll give you that. Or a biscuit.
Which, I mean,
maybe.
We got there. I said that was the most likely answer.
Right. And so the next one is cornbread or biscuits. But cornbread, that's like chili.
I was going to say, even grilled cheese and chili would be better than grilled cheese and chicken noodle soup.
Right?
Yeah.
Who does that?
I don't know.
Usually, the best thing to go with chicken noodle soup is 7-Up because you're sick and laying on the couch.
Right.
A crusty baguette or French bread.
Okay, that's... What?
Baguette? I think those...
Is that like a spudette?
I guess.
It's a small bag.
Yeah. A simple green salad.
No.
Who's eating?
I mean, you're eating chicken noodle soup and salad. I feel bad for you.
Fruit salad. I mean, I guess, like, if that's your dessert, kind of maybe.
I don't know. I don't like the hot and cold together.
A Caesar salad? That goes with the steak. That doesn't go with...
I'm not even sure what consists.
Crackers, mashed potatoes.
Maybe mashed potatoes.
Yeah, maybe, but you're thinking of chicken and noodles.
Right.
Which is not the same.
And much better.
If you've had Midwest chicken and noodles, that is not chicken noodle soup.
No.
Like, if you think those two are the same, you need to contact us.
Like, chicken noodle over taters is much better than chicken noodle soup with the side of taters.
Yeah. They also listed potato salad. Who's eating chicken noodle soup and potato salad?
Hot to cold.
Oh.
Who's doing that?
And then roasted or steamed vegetables. Well, I guess maybe.
Golly, those don't go good with anything.
This is why you cannot trust AI.
Yeah.
Okay, this is a lesson to all the young listeners out there. Don't believe everything you read on the internet, or you're going to eat grilled cheese with chicken noodle soup.
Yeah.
And we can't have that.
That's misinformation.
We can't have that. All right. Well, that is it for What Are You Looking At? Brought to you by Gothenburg Irrigation. Jared, what else?
Trying to think what's coming up outside of Christmas, but I mean, yeah, it just kind of seems like every year winter goes a little faster. It used to be something that lasted forever, and now it's kind of the time where you think you're going to catch up on stuff, and before you know it, here comes spring.
Yeah.
So
you need to call Ben.
Things have not slowed down. Not yet.
No, and we're both run into it too, right? Like for one, we have livestock, so that seems to keep you busy, or keep us busy. But also we both have kids that are, participating in winter sports too, and that takes a fair amount of time, which I guess that's no different than the other 3 seasons sports, but
true.
It just, you get holidays.
Days are shorter.
You do. Holiday season, because, there's going to be people doing Christmas stuff already, so just, we're...
A lot of meetings.
man.
Yeah,
so
that
many
seems
meetings.
to eat into the productivity. It just feels like I'm not getting things done that fast. And,
Yeah.
but I mean, it all needs done, and I don't know there's a better time to do it than now. But it's just kind of,
Yeah.
it's that season too.
It is.
Doing all the planning and all that good stuff.
Yep.
So
Yep, it is. Yeah, that's kind of what we got looking forward. Hopefully, maybe you'd think in all this, like you said, the days are short. We'd have extra time to do podcasts, but that hasn't been the case yet. But maybe we'll get on that. So,
yeah.
But that's what we got coming up. Yeah, holiday activities and Christmas programs and
Seems like a
all
good
that
time
fun
to nab
stuff,
a guest.
It does seem like a good time. We need to get a guest. We've had some requests for some reoccurring guests that were pretty popular. So I told Michael about the first part of August to get ready, and hopefully
Is he ready yet?
I don't know. I don't know. For a long time, every time he saw me in the store, he's like, "Hey, ready anytime."
Because I mean, I would like to. I didn't know this ahead of time, but we were there the day before Thanksgiving, and all the cash registers were open. It was busy, and he was there. He was talking to a couple different people, so I didn't want to bug him as well, because I'm sure he's trying to get stuff done. Then heard on the radio a couple days later that is the most busy time for grocery stores. So I just wanted to see if that was his experience as well. Because last time we had him around the Super Bowl, and that was one of the busiest days. So
is that when we had him on here last?
Yep, it was before the Super Bowl, because we gave her a Super Bowl preview, and man, I was about right on the nose.
Yeah.
Not to brag or anything.
Were you? What did you say?
Well, no, go back and listen. But no, I'm just kidding.
Well, you can go back and listen.
I thought the Eagles' defense would be a problem, and it turned out they were a big problem.
They were a big problem. Yeah. So I guess if we don't hurry, he'll be on right before the Super Bowl.
That's right. I was gonna say we missed Garth before Thanksgiving. That was a healthy debate.
Yeah, that was a two-parter.
It was.
And,
part one was all food debate.
Yeah, it was. And
gas tank light. I still get texts about gas tank lights.
Okay. I was going to tell, I do too. And I was going to tell you about this. So we were on our trip this weekend. We were getting ready to leave Lincoln, and I had like a half a tank of gas, and I just, this just seems miserable to be getting gas at a half a tank.
Oh, for crying out loud.
But we also wanted to make sure we got to Kearney, because that was going to be our next stopping spot. We were going to go to Kyoto for supper. And so I did put gas in at a half a tank.
Yeah.
It
felt good. Very relaxed trip.
You know what felt good was the cup of coffee I got from Casey's, because I was like, well, I got to stop for gas anyway. And so yeah, but you're right. I still get pictures. I will get a random picture text to me of a gas light.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
yeah, all the time. And no one's sending me like, quarter tank, better fill up. No, it's all the people that are sitting on empty, just letting me know, like, hey, I still made it.
Right.
I'm like, well, don't call me if you don't, because.
And what's funny is
I'm just going to give you a stern talking to.
And I get those with no context.
Yeah, exactly.
I just get a random.
It's kind of like one of those, if you know, you know.
So that's fun. Had some requests for Caitlin to be back on again too.
Oh, really?
So,
good deal. I can understand that.
Yeah.
We can't have her on too much, or she's going to put us out of a job.
Yeah, she might.
Yeah.
This will end up just being the. I wonder what that would be. It wouldn't be the Farmer Tan podcast anymore.
She'd have a lot better name.
Well, it'd be like the Split a Lip speech contest podcast. Or, well, you can't break a leg, you split a lip, or bite your tongue. I don't know, something.
Hey, that's not a bad name.
But
I kind of like that name.
So,
it's happening.
What is happening? This is going downhill. We are going to pull up to the infield. We're going to let you out because we're just, I don't know. We're getting out of control, and we got to get home and probably just go to bed.
Go to bed.
Yeah, it's getting late. Been a long day. Thank you for
It's
riding.
almost 9:00. Golly.
Well, it will be by the time we get
Night's
home.
half over.
Oh, yeah, it'll be after 9 by the time we get home.
Shoot.
So
Hope to sleep on the drive home.
Yeah. Well, some people call it dangerous, but I just call it being effective.
Being efficient.
Yeah, being efficient with your time.
Can't see the gas light if your eyes are closed.
No, well, that's, multitasking.
Yes.
And just rest one eye at a time. All right. We're going to pull up to the infield. You guys got to go home, too. You've been here too long. We'll talk to you next time. Bye.